Future-friendly. Grammar future forms. Vocabulary word building, prefixes and suffixes, everyday English arranging to meet. Reading the boy who built a fusion reactor. Listening keeping the lights on. Writing for talking. 2. 8. Forget the past, the future will give you plenty to worry about. George Allen Sr. 1. Look at the photo. What year do you think it is? Who do you think is doing the best work? 2. Read the quote. What worries you about the future of the world? What gives you hope? Question mark. Watch the video introduction. Use your workbook for self-study. Go online for more practice and to check your progress. 79. Starter. Grammar future forms. 1. Siri is the intelligent assistant you can ask things on Apple devices. Match the questions people have asked Siri with the answers she has given. 1. Are you human, Siri? 2. What are you doing after work? 3. Where have I put my keys? 4. When will pigs fly, Siri? A Siri. When they figure out how to buy tickets. B. Siri. Close enough, I'd say. C. Siri. As long as you keep me charged, we should be just fine. Siri. What am I doing? I'm talking with you. D. 5. When is the world going to end? E. Siri. They'll probably be in the second to last place you look. 28.1 Listen and check. Do you think Siri is an example of artificial intelligence? AI? Question mark. 3. Which question did she possibly misunderstand? Why? Go artificial intelligence. 1. Read about AlphaGo below. What happened in 2016? The AL program AlphaGo beat a human, Lee Sedol, at the ancient Chinese game of Go in 2016. It was a historic moment for artificial intelligence. Lee Sedol. What can I help you with? Professional Go player. Robots. Never. Understand the beauty of the game the same way that we humans do. Single quote. After his defeat, Lee said that he hadn't expected AlphaGo to play the game so perfectly. 28.2 Listen to why the AlphaGo game was so important and answer the questions. 1. How does Go compare to chess? 2. How was AlphaGo different from earlier computer programs? 3. What shocked AlphaGo's creators? 38.3 Listen and complete the different experts' views on AI and our future. Which people see AI as something to worry about? Whose opinions do you agree with? AlphaGo. Lacedo. Your log logo. 8. Demi Hassabis, creator of AlphaGo. It's very exciting to start imagining what it be able to tackle next. Single quote. Hassabis thinks AL is still decades away from human-level intelligence, but could soon help solve problems such as climate change and cancer. Nick Bostrom, philosopher. Machine intelligence may be the last invention that humanity ever need to make. Single quote. Bostrom says that the machines then be better at inventing than we are, but he warns us that we must make sure they follow our preferences, not their own. Grammar spot. 1. Which predictions are most sure, or B? Which are less sure? A. Al might, may, could change our lives. B. Al will, is going to change our lives. 2. Which future form in the conversation below expresses dot, dot, question mark. Black circle an intention. Black circle an arrangement. Black circle a spontaneous decision. Black circle a prediction. Or I'm speaking at the conference tomorrow. B. Are you going with David? A. Yes. And I'm going to speak to him about his negative attitude while we're there. B. Oh, he won't listen to what you say. A. Well, I'll speak to his manager then. Grammar reference 8.1 to 8.3. Through. P. 149. Stephen Hawking, cosmologist. Success in creating AL would be the biggest event in human history. Unfortunately, it also be the last. Single quote. Hawking worries that the development of artificial superintelligence Be the end of the human race. Nigel Shadbolt, Al Professor. The danger is not artificial intelligence, it's natural stupidity. Shadbolt agrees that Al machines do things we don't expect, but says they're take control unless we're stupid enough to invite him to. Kim Simmons. Al consultant. Al can help us to focus on what humans are uniquely good at. Single quote. Al. Mean that more jobs are done by machines, but Simmons says they tend be able to compete with us in creativity and human-to-human skills. What do you think will happen? 4. Work in groups. Ask questions about the future with do you think? Will. Question mark. Answer with might, could, may, or will. 1. Intelligent machines take over many of our jobs. Do you think intelligent machines will take over many of our jobs? Yes, I think they will, definitely. I don't think they will. I'm not sure. They might take over some. 2. We ever find a cure for cancer? 3. People live for longer and longer. 4. The world's population continue to grow. 5. Robots become a danger to humanity. 6. We be able to prevent climate change. 7. New sources of energy be found. 8. Aliens make contact with us one day. Practice. Discussing grammar. 1. Work with a partner. Decide which is the correct verb form. 1a. Are you driving? Could you drive to France next week? B. We're not sure. We will, might fly this time. 2a. Won't you? Aren't you going to take a jacket? B. No, I'm not. The forecast said it's going to, might be very warm today. 3a. Do you fancy going to the cinema this evening? B. Sorry, I'm working late tonight. How about tomorrow night? I'm going to call you. 4a. What are you doing? Will you do Saturday night? B. I'm not sure yet. I may go round to a friend's house to watch the football, or he may come round to mine. 5a. Are you not going to may you not have any wine? B. No, I'll drive, I'm driving everyone home. 6a. Are you still having problems with your neighbors? B. Yes, they've been getting worse. We'll try and move. 7a. Oh no. 3-0 down at half time. B. Come on, you never know. I think could still win. 8a. You're out every night. You won't pass, aren't passing those exams next month, you know. B. I know. I might, work harder nearer the time, I promise. 8.4 Listen and check. Practice the conversations, paying attention to stress and intonation. Go online for more grammar practice. I think, don't think. Will. 4. Make sentences with I think. Will or I don't think. Will and the prompts in A. Then match them with a sentence in B. I think my job will be safe. No robot could do it. I don't think you'll. A. B. 2. I don't. You, like that film. 1. My job, safe. Is a robot going to take my job? 18.5 Work with a partner. Listen to 4 people talking about their jobs or career plans. Write what jobs they do. Put a tick or a cross if they think the job will be safe. Check mark. Not safe. X. From intelligent machines. 1. Jessica. Journalist. 3. Derek. 2. Rob. 4. Hillary. 28.5 Listen again. What reasons do they give? Do you agree? What do you think? 3. Choose 2 of these jobs and tell your partner how safe you think they'll be from robots. Then do the same for your job, career plan. Gardener, plumber. Black circle, air traffic controller. Black circle, doctor. Cook. Black circle, teacher. Hairdresser. 31. You and Joe get on well. 4. I don't. We eat here again. The food wasn't great. 1. No robot could do it. It's a bit too violent. You have a lot in common. 8.6 Listen and check. What are the replies? Practice the lines with your partner and give a reply. I think my job will be safe. No robot could do it. It's going to. ... Yeah, I don't think you'll have a problem. 5. Make sentences with going to, not going to and the prompts in C. Then match them with a sentence in D. It's not going to rain. There isn't a cloud in the sky. S. 1. It, not, rain. 2. You, not, die. 3. Liverpool, win. 4. She, get a divorce. D. She's already been to a lawyer. It's 4-0 with 10 minutes left. You've only got a cold. 1. There isn't a cloud in the sky. 8.7. Listen and check. Practice the lines with your partner and give a reply. It's not going to rain. There isn't a cloud in the sky. Talking about you. You never know. I'm still going to take my umbrella. 6. Make true sentences about you. Say them to each other in small groups. 1. I go for a coffee after class. I might go for a coffee after class. I don't think I will. 2. I look for another job. I'm not going to look for ... 3. I eat out tonight. 4. I think rain tomorrow. 5. I post ... on Facebook. 6. I go to ... for my holiday. 7. I buy new ... soon. 8. I be very busy next ... Listening and speaking. How will we keep the lights on? 1. Work with a partner. Try to do the energy quiz. 3. 4. 2. Energy quiz. 1. Which of the photos show energy being produced by ... Question mark. A fossil fuels B. A solar energy plant can offshore wind farm D. A nuclear fusion reactor. 2. Which country has the world's biggest offshore wind farm? A. The UK. B. Japan. C. Argentina. 3. Which generates nearly half its electricity from wind power? A. The US. B. Denmark. C. China. 4. Which country produces the most solar power? A. Spain. B. Australia. C. Germany. 5. Enough solar energy reaches the Earth in 1 hour to power the whole world for ... A week. B. A month. C. A year. 6. Which country has the biggest solar power plant? 28.8. Listen to a radio program called Brighter Futures. The guest, Nicole Clark, a professor in energy technology, talks about the future of energy. Check your answers to the quiz. 3. Work with a partner. Which questions can you answer? 1. What will we have to do with most of our coal, oil, and gas? 2. Why do some people not like wind farms? 3. What is Denmark going to try and do by 2035? 4. Germany leads the world in solar power. What does this show? 5. What is the main problem with solar power? 6. How many mirrors does the Evamper solar plant use? 7. What temperature do you need to make fusion energy work? 8. How is fusion energy different from the nuclear energy we use now? 8.8. Listen again and check. Complete your answers. What do you think? Do you find wind farms ugly or beautiful? What about solar panels on houses? Do you know about any other energy sources than the ones discussed in the program? Why have governments not spent more money on research into alternatives to fossil fuels? You've been given responsibility for energy research. Which energy source are you going to spend most money on? Why? Spoken English. Pretty. 1. Look at how the word pretty is used. Yes. Some people are pretty negative about wind farms. I'm pretty sure we could do it a lot sooner with more research. 2. The adverb pretty is often used in informal, spoken English. It means the same as quite, not a lot, but more than a little. She's pretty friendly. I think you'll get on okay with her. The weather was pretty bad, but we still went for a walk. 3. Work with a partner. Ask and answer the questions using pretty in the answer. 1a. Did your team win? B. No, but they played well, so they only lost 1-0. 2A. You haven't lost your passport, have you? B. No, I'm sure it's in my bag somewhere. 3A. Do you like skiing? B. Yes, I do, but I'm hopeless at it. 4A. What do you think of my English? B. I think it's good. 8.9. Listen and check. Is the stress on pretty, the adjective? Or both? Practice again. A. India. B. The US. C. Brazil. Reading and vocabulary. Boy wonder Taylor Wilson. 1. Look at the photos and captions about Taylor Wilson and read the introduction. Answer the questions. 1. Why is he unusual? 2. What kind of person do you think he is? 3. What do you think his relationship with his parents is like? 4. What makes him nervous? 2. Read the text and check your answers to the questions in 1. 3. All these statements about Taylor Wilson are true. Find things in the text that show why they are true. 1. Taylor isn't an only child. 2. As a child, he could concentrate on one thing for hours. 3. He's a very good public speaker. 4. His grandmother had a big influence on him. 5. His experiments haven't always gone well. 6. He worries about his health. 7. He wonders if his way of seeing things might change when he gets older. 8. Some important people have been impressed by his work. 9. Taylor doesn't always take his parents' advice. 10. Taylor isn't clever in all subjects. 4. Match the adjectives in A and B. They're all from the text. Adjectives with a similar meaning. A. Happy, articulate, bright. Self-centered, arrogant. B. Smart, selfish, big-headed, glad, expressive. Adjectives with an opposite meaning. The boy who. He made his own nuclear fusion reactor at the age of 14. He's helped the US government fight nuclear terrorism, and at 21, he has plans to improve cancer treatment. Does anything make Taylor Wilson nervous? Yes. ... Asking a girl out. A. Nervous, shy, unusual. Careless, tolerant. B. Closed-minded, outgoing. He doesn't understand the meaning of can't. Normal, cautious, confident. 5. Talk about yourself and people you know using the adjectives. In exercise 4. My brother's so big-headed, he's very self-centered. What do you think? What do you think of Taylor? Would you like to meet him? What do you think it would be like to be his younger brother? Do you think Kenneth and Tiffany are good parents? Why not? Would you like to have a child that is a genius? Why not? Watch a video about the future of space exploration. He's not just smart. He's cool and articulate. Single quote. Built a fusion reactor. An unusual boy. Kenneth Wilson and his wife Tiffany always knew their first son, Taylor, was unusual. Wanting to be an astronaut at the age of 9 seemed normal enough, but, whatever he was involved in, he went at it non-stop, says his father. Taylor wrote to astronauts, built his own rockets, and gave talks at school about space exploration. Everyone loved watching him, his head teacher said, and when he was in the room, he just took control. Some of his neighbors weren't so happy about the explosions next door when Taylor experimented with rocket fuels. For his 10th birthday, Taylor's grandmother got him a book about a bright teenager who nearly caused a disaster by trying to build a nuclear reactor at home. Know what? Said Taylor. The things that kid was trying to do, I'm pretty sure I can actually do them. Single quote. Not just for fun. It wasn't just for fun. Taylor's grandmother had cancer, and he realized cancer treatment could be improved if hospitals had small fusion reactors to make the necessary radioactive materials in. He learned all the physics and engineering he needed, and collected radioactive materials from gadgets. It made his parents nervous, and he knows he was lucky they were so tolerant. When I said I wanted to build a nuclear fusion reactor in the garage, I think most parents would say no. Single quote. One day, Taylor's mother came into the garage and saw him looking at a pool of liquid on the floor. Tay, it's time for supper. I think I'm going to have to clean this up first. That's not the stuff you said would kill us if it broke open, is it? Single quote. I don't think so. Not instantly. His parents asked some university physicists to talk to Taylor. They told his parents that Taylor knew what he was doing. He says he's never careless about safety. I'm very cautious. I'm actually a bit of a hypochondriac. Single quote. Fusion success. His reactor worked, and he became one of the few people in the world to achieve nuclear fusion. And of course, at 14, he was also the youngest. He thinks youth helps. Kids sometimes have an advantage when it comes to invention. Older scientists might say, it can't be done or you shouldn't even try it, whereas kids are not so closed-minded. I hope I never lose that. Single quote. NFLAKES. When I said I wanted to build a nuclear fusion reactor in the garage, I think most parents would say no. Single quote. Taylor received a $100,000 2-year fellowship, on condition he didn't go to college and focused on his own projects. The fellowship has ended, but Wilson still isn't going to college. He's going to work on his inventions and travel and give talks. After Intel CEO Paul Otellini spoke to Taylor at a science fair, he said, "All I could think was, I am so glad that kid is on our side." Single quote, single quote. The US government expressed interest in one of Taylor's inventions, which could help them in the fight against nuclear terrorism. He met the Undersecretary for Energy, who said, he's not just smart, he's cool and articulate. I think he may be the most amazing kid I've ever met. Single quote. A big head. Are his parents ever worried about Taylor becoming self-centered and arrogant? He's not being selfish, it's just that there's so much going on in his head, says his sister. And if Taylor appears arrogant, it's because Taylor doesn't understand the meaning of can't, his father says. And when he does, his mother adds, he doesn't listen. Taylor does think selfishness was a problem at first. I was exploring things because I was interested in them. It was fun, but in a way it was selfish too. Then it turned out that I was really good at it, and it became a responsibility. I realized I had the capability of doing things that could really change the world. Single quote. He's confident his weaknesses will stop him getting too big-headed. He's not good at foreign languages or sport, and although this outgoing, expressive young man isn't the typical shy geek, he admits, what makes me nervous? Asking a girl for her number. Single quote. Vocabulary and pronunciation, word building, prefixes and suffixes. One look at the words in italics from the text on P85. Taylor does think selfishness was a problem. He went at things non-stop. Which of the words uses a prefix? Which uses a suffix? 2. Read about prefixes and answer the questions. Prefixes are used to change the meanings of words. Look at these words with prefixes. Prediction, rechargeable, multilingual, disagree. Which means dot, dot, question mark, many before again. Which is a negative prefix? 3. Work with a partner. Choose a negative prefix from the box to make words 1 to 10 mean the opposite. An in ildis iam is success. Fool. 6. Work in groups. Make new words with the base words, using the prefixes and or suffixes. Which group in the class can make the most words? Prefix. Base word. Suffix. Agree. Un. Dot. Dot. Happy. Dot. 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 Ness. Im. Dot. Dot. Conscious. Dot. 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 Meant. Expense. Re. Dot. Dot. Help. Dot. 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 Fool. Dis. Dot. Dot. Kind. Dot. 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 Less. Ms. Dot. Dot. Polite. Dot. 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 Able. Success. In. Dot. Dot. Understand use. Dot, dot, dot. Forty-eight point 10. Listen to the lines and respond using one of the negative words from 3. Then compare your answers. 1. I'm going to stay awake for 2 weeks. That's impossible. 5. Read about suffixes and answer the questions. Suffixes are used to form different parts of speech. What endings do you notice on these words? What part of speech are they? Act, action, active, actively, activate. What part of speech are the words in the box? What are the different suffixes? 7. Complete the sentences with a word from 6. 1. Bob and Jan don't get on at all. They diss everything. 2. Money can't buy you H. 3. The sales assistant was very manager how rude she'd been. About. Ness. Dot. I told her. Fool. 4. Thanks for your advice, it was really H. 5. My dad is you. Ness. Less at telling jokes. He always gets. I do appreciate all your K. The ending wrong. 6. I wasn't being Dot. I think you miss. What? I said. 7. Tim fell off his bike and hit his head. He was. For 20 minutes. 8. Most supermarkets now sell are. Changing word stress. Able plastic bags. 88.11. Listen to 4 short conversations. Write down the pairs of words with stress changes. Prediction. Colorful. Excitement. Suitable. Shorten. Confidently. Creative. Kindness. Automatically. Imagination. Educate. Careless. 1. Operate. 2. Operation. 3. Practice the conversations. Everyday English arranging to meet. 18.12. Listen to 2 friends, Jeff and Kevin, arranging to meet over the weekend. Complete their diaries. Jeff. 22 Fry. Morning. Afternoon. Evening. 23 Sat. 24 Sun. Pronunciation. 18.13. Listen and repeat the lines in exercise 3. Pay attention to the stress and intonation. 2. Take turns to read the lines in exercise 3 aloud to a partner, and answer with a reply from the list below. I'd love to, but I'm incredibly busy. Let me see. Sorry, I can't do Friday evening. No, that won't work for me. That's no good, I'm afraid. Sorry, Saturday evening's out for me. Yeah, that's a great idea. Sounds good to me. But 9:30? Fine, 10 it is, then. Role play. 4. It's Friday evening. You want to meet a friend over the weekend. Fill in your diary. What are you doing this weekend? When are you free? Morning. Saturday, Sunday. Kevin. 22 Fry. 23 Sat. 24 Sun. Afternoon. Morning. Afternoon, finish work early. Evening. Evening. 2. Why is Jeff in town? Why is it difficult to find a time to meet? Where and when do they finally agree to meet? Making arrangements. 38.12. Listen again to the conversation. Complete the lines with the exact words Jeff and Kevin use. 1. I was. 2. What? 3. I. 4. If we. Friday evening. Meet. Meet you late afternoon before the class. Most of the afternoon, though. Saturday evening? Does that work for you? 5 so. 6 well then, why? 7. 9:30. 8. Dot. 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 We. Meet at the station? Meet there and have breakfast. Dot. We say. At 10 o'clock. 5 find a partner. Make suggestions and arrange. To meet. Are you doing anything? On Saturday morning? I can't do Saturday morning. I'm. Dot. Dot. What about the afternoon? Let me see. Dot. Dot. No, that won't. Dot. Dot. I was wondering if you'd like to. Dot. Dot. When you have finished, tell the class when and where you're meeting. We're meeting on Sunday afternoon at 3:00. We're going to. Dot. Dot. Writing for talking. 2. Analyzing a talk. 1. What stories are in the news at the moment? Are they national or international? Are they about the environment, politics, crime, etc.? Question mark. Discuss any that concern you with the class. 28.14 Read and listen to a girl talking about a topic that concerns her. 1. What is her cause for concern? 2. Why does she have a personal interest? 3. How did Craig used to be? 4. What does research tell us about the addiction? 5. Do most children become addicts? 6. What concerns Dr. Griffiths? 7. What other concerns does the girl have? 3. Read the talk again and answer the questions. 1. Look at the words that introduce each paragraph. Why are they used? 2. Find examples of the speaker talking from her own experience. 3. Find examples where she quotes research. 4. How does the girl conclude her talk? Preparing your talk. 4. Choose a cause for concern from the topics you discussed in exercise 1. Make notes. Say why it concerns you and do some research. 5. Write a talk to give to your class of 200 to 300 words. Use your notes and these guidelines to help. 1. Introduce your topic. My cause for concern is. Dot. Dot. I want to talk about X because. Dot. Dot. 2. Give the reason why. Let me explain why. 2 years ago. Dot. Dot. I've always been interested in. Dot. Dot. 3. List your research. Research shows that. Dot. Dot. A recent study found that. Dot. Dot. I read in the newspaper, heard in the news that. Dot. Dot. 4. Introduce new points. I have 2 more concerns. Firstly. Dot. Dot. Secondly. Dot. Dot. Another thing is. Dot. Dot. 5. Conclude. Finally, I'd like to say. Dot. Dot. Thank you all very much for listening to me. Are there any questions? My cause for concern. The thing I'm concerned about at the moment is the influence that video games may have on children. Let me explain why. I've been reading lots of newspaper articles on the subject, and I also have a personal interest. You see, I have a younger brother, Craig. He's 13 years old, and I'm afraid he's becoming a video game addict. Just a few years ago, Craig had many interests. He played football, he was learning judo, he went out on his bike with his friends. He was a happy, fun-loving boy. Now he spends hours every day in front of a screen, in a virtual world, playing virtual games, usually violent ones, and he becomes really angry if our parents tell him to stop. Research shows that children between the ages of 2 and 5 regularly play video games, and that by the age of 8, they spend an average of 25 minutes on them. It's much easier to find ways to play video games than it used to be, because of tablets and smartphones. This is not a problem for most children. However, by their early teens, a small minority have become addicts, playing for at least 30 hours a week. Dr. Mark Griffiths of Nottingham Trent University, an expert in video game addiction, finds this figure worrying. He says that children may become so addicted that they stop doing homework, start playing truant, and even steal money in order to buy the games. It's likely that this addiction will only get worse with the coming of virtual reality headsets, which make the experience of getting completely lost in a virtual world even more powerful. I have two more concerns. Firstly, I worry that the violence in the games could cause children to become more violent. My brother isn't violent, but he is certainly bad-tempered if he is stopped from playing. Secondly, I worry that sitting without exercise for so long is bad for your health. Craig often plays 5 hours a day, and some days his thumbs are really painful and he can't sleep because he is overexcited. His schoolwork is going from bad to worse. Finally, Dr. Griffith says that more research is needed, but I don't need to read more research to conclude that video games cause problems. He should come and meet my brother. That's all the evidence he needs. 6. Practice reading your talk aloud, first to yourself, then to a partner. Give your talk to the class. Answer any questions.